Hey everyone, it's the Hey Poopy Podcast. What that booty do from poop to pleasure to health. Hosted by me, Dave.
And me, Ellen. Two curious people removing the stigma from your stinker. And why are we doing this? Because we love laughing and learning about butts and helping them to be the best they can be. And on this week's episode, we have Mike Cotayo, comedian and somebody who has horrible IBS and keeps shitting everywhere all over the city, in his pants, on the subway, and many more places, like this story.
I had a show in the Lower East Side, and then I had a show in Jersey City, and they were 3 hours apart, and it was the winter. And so I got done with one show, and I'm running across town, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to poop. I do not feel well. Yeah, so there was a Dwayne Reed on the way, and I went and shamelessly brought the pens. I'm like, I don't care. I do not care. I am not missing this second gig. I'm getting paid. I am going out there. I don't care if I'm wearing a diaper.
Did you use the diaper? Did it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
But did you shit in it? You like put the diaper on and...
I think I did. I think I had a little shard.
A little bit came out.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're protected, right?
Right? Better than a condom.
Yes, Mike is, I mean, poor Mike. It's just like an open tap of shitting. The poor guy in the IBS, but he was hilarious, rolled with the punches, and we couldn't have asked for a funnier, better guest that fits right in with this world. And
completely.
If you want to know more about our world, you can visit www.heypoopypodcast.com. You can find out all about the show, Ellen, myself, merch, Patreon, everything you can think of is on that location. So check it out.
Yes, it is. And on to the shit show.
Hey, Poopy, how you doing? Hey, Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey, Poopy, how you doing? Hey, Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
Ah, yes. It's that time of year, or actually week. It's dump day, everybody.
This is the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave
and Ellen, and this is episode 182, but it'll always be the number 2 to us, our very favorite number. And we have a very special guest today, comedian Mike Cotayo. Did I say that right?
You said it perfect.
Ding, ding,
My
ding.
God, I don't trust myself, but it's going to be a very fun, very funny episode. And Mike, before we go into who you are, we like to check in with our guests first. So how have you been pooping recently?
Regularly. So I've been doing stand-up for many, many years, and I'm a nervous pooper. So if I have a show at night, I will usually poop 5 times before I go on.
Oh, wow.
And I get the urge every time I go on stage to poop, and I gotta know whether it's my nerves or whether it's an actual poop trying to come through. So,
You gotta fight that. You gotta walk that line.
I was actually on stage once, and I said, we got to bring the host back up here because I got to go take a shit. Bye, everybody.
That's a good ender. Well, I guess pause. But so are you taking these shits obviously before you go to the show, but at the club bathroom too? Or is it just kind of like...
Oh, yeah. Hopefully it's the bathroom and not my pants.
Yeah. Yeah, fingers crossed on that one.
Except for we'd love to talk about it on this show if it is your pants. So.
Oh my God. I have IBS, really bad IBS. And
Ooh.
I used to, when I was 19 years old, I went on a study abroad program to London, and before the study abroad program, a month or 2 before, me and my mom went out to eat at Applebee's, and and we were on the way back, and we're in her car, and I go, hurry, pull in, I gotta go. And she's like, how are you gonna be this way in a foreign country? Probably shitty. I gotta go.
You're like, it's not going to be good.
Yeah. And Dave, how have you been pooping?
Fine. Mine's like, again, same kind of consistencies, same habit. I've already gone twice today, and maybe I have some kind of anxiety before shows because I went to take a shit this morning, totally fine, normal, and then right before the show started taping, like 10 minutes before, bam, in the bathroom.
Oh, I made you nervous, buddy.
I think it's just a general thing because it's like I've noticed now that like the last 4 or 5 interviews I take a dump right before the show starts. So I think it's just I just think my body's like, okay, like we're going to do this thing. We got to get everything out before we start so we can get comfortable, and thus the 2 shits.
Just thinking about talking about poo makes you have to poo.
2 shits.
So sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
That's okay.
2 shits Dave came to mind.
2 shits. It was going to be 3 shits today because I'm definitely going to take a third one at some point.
Hey, living large.
Yeah, right. Living on the edge, as they say. Ellen, how have you been doing?
So I had a photo shoot with one of our past guests, Mistress Natalie, on Friday, and she got this gorgeous hotel room in the South Street Seaport. It was like very, very fancy with a balcony and everything. Ooh. And the bathroom in her room was one of those ones that was like the sinks were kind of opened up to the room, and sinks plural. There were 2 sinks, his and hers. And then to the right was the shower stall, and to the left was like the room with the toilet in it, which I love hotels like that. Like then you can use the bathroom and somebody else can be using the toilet. Except for this fancy ass hotel room, the bathroom door was this very lightweight glass that didn't even go all the way to the ground or all the way to the top, and it didn't lock or anything. It was just basically like a very thin shield between me and the rest of the room. And I had to shit so badly the entire time I was there that I could not do it in front of Mistress Natalie. Like we're taking sexy pictures. She's feet away from the toilet on the bed. I'm like, I can't stink up her fucking bathroom. I have no idea how my sphincter had this kind of control to keep it in for 5 hours. And there was like a moment where I was like, maybe I can run down to the lobby and take a shit in there. Like, and I was thinking that like if you're having a sexy vacation with your lover in this king size bed, why do they have the toilet that fucking close to everything? Like you'd have to run to the lobby to take a shit. And I was just like,
happens.
huh?
It happens, right?
Yeah, it happens, but nobody wants to smell it, So like if it was like a more industrial hardcore door, I would have totally done it, light a match and like let it go. But it was like you could hear everything while I was in there. You could hear me.
That's when you got to turn the shower on, the faucet.
No, the shower was on the opposite side. And the faucet where the sinks were outside of the bathroom. Like, it was his own little, it was this beautiful, expensive hotel room. I was like, really? Go ahead, Mike.
I don't like that.
Yes.
Because you gotta take a shit, and then you gotta wipe your ass, and then you gotta open the door with your hand.
Yes.
Like,
that's gross.
I'm a messy wiper. What happens if I have shit on my hand?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's like it was so fancy, but not really thought through. They were like, this is a toilet that only people are going to be peeing in. There's no way that our hotel guests are going to be shitting in this. And so for some reason, I had the sphincter control to hold it in, and I made my fucking self constipated because of it. I went home later and squeezed out like 2 teeny little nuggets, and the next day I could barely shit all day. I was like, am I ever going to shit again thanks to this shitty hotel room? But I can officially say today on Monday, so it's 3.5 days later, I did shit twice today. I woke up, had my coffee. It came out of me long and strong. And then I had a second shit right before my shower. And that one was one of those more viscous. I was squirting it with the bidet over and over and over. And still, like, it was like taking a magic marker coming out of my asshole. Like, it still was just such a fucking mess. I was like, can't I just have like a normal, solid number 4? It'd just be so much better.
So are you pro bidet?
I do love a bidet.
I don't.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Because
really?
I feel like a bidet is only effective if it's an enema. Like I don't like it's like this pussy little. Let's throw some mortar at
It's a
your
tease.
ass. Like, yeah, it's a sprinkle tease. I don't like it.
Maybe we got to get you like a nice, like powerful bidet. I mean, I love them. Like I just feel like when you're down,
Like
it just
a power wash.
yeah, like exactly, like a house washer. You know, just something like with some power to it. Yeah. I mean, I was in Indonesia recently. You can get these bum gun hoses. Maybe that's what you need. Like a straight up like garden hose type situation.
I think I do. I was we were I'm married to a woman now, and I'm bisexual, I'm pansexual, whatever you want to call me. I've dated a lot of people. So but my wife and I were in a hotel, and they had one of those handheld like, what are those called?
Oh, like head shower sprayers, yeah.
Yeah. And so I put it under my balls, and all you could hear from the bathroom was, "Oh my God, that's amazing! I need one of these."
Yeah, see, we need to get you that, some kind of altered version of that, just for your butt.
Right.
Then you're
Right.
you're all set.
Mike, I do have the Bio bidet, and it has a setting called Turbo that is like a water pick inside of my asshole. It's like this really, really intense, tiny stream that goes shooting right up there and totally has like an enema type feel to it. So
That sounds lovely.
it's great. Like it literally gets all the remnants from inside my rectum.
Yeah, I liken it to like when you see those guys who are like doing like drilling tunnels, and you just see the material just falling like by the wayside. That's why I like bidets. It's like it's just chipping away at like, you know, all the gunk.
That's awesome.
Except for my viscous, sloppy shits. It like I need like a full on like one of those power washers for the side of like a building that like gets spray paint off of cement. I need that for my asshole.
Yeah, you need like when you see the MTA guys washing off like graffiti and shit.
Yes.
Like you need some high powered type of washer that just like
That's
really,
what I want.
But you also don't want to rip your asshole apart, because that just seems like it would.
At this point, I would like to rip my asshole apart, because the amount of wiping I've been doing with these viscous shits has been so not fun.
Oh my God, I carry around wipes with me wherever I go, and like I never take my backpack to the bathroom though, so they're just there for show.
They just they're just ready for travel for the voyage.
Like I don't want to be in a fancy restaurant and go, hold on, and pull out my bag.
You need a purse. You need a man purse.
A little fanny pack, maybe.
I do.
You know what? You know what does work? I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know what does work? They have the little single serve, what do you call it? Butt wipes. You can get those.
Yeah.
And those are kind of a little more discreet. You can put a few in your pocket. That way, you know, you're out for a fancy dinner. You got to go. No one's going to be the wiser.
True.
It's like having a condom in your wallet, but
Yes.
it's for for shits.
Yeah.
I am not the type. Like my wife and I met in 2004, and we didn't start dating till like 2017. And part of that was our mutual friend told her I was gay, so she cockblocked us right up the front. Right out the gate. And so my wife thinks I'm disgusting because I will fart and I don't even hide it. I will talk to her while she's taking a dump. I don't care. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my wife never shits. I promise to say that for her. Never ever shits.
That's her superpower.
Her superpower. She's like, how were you gay? You are so gross. Like, I shit and I fart and I burp. They're human things.
You're a human. You're allowed to do all those things.
I think so.
Yes. My goodness.
I love that laugh, Dave.
Yeah. Well, since we're going down this road of like, you know, all your gaseous activities, you mind just sharing some stories about
Do you want Mike to tell us who he is besides?
Oh right! Oh my God!
poo?
Sorry, I'm gonna jump into the good bits first. That's it. That's all you do. Sorry, Mike.
That's all I do. I just dump her. So what do you want me to talk about? Like,
If you just want to tell our audience what you do besides your poo, we understand you're a comedian. Is there anything
I'm
else?
a comic. I've been doing that for a long time. I like I said, I'm also like I was trained as a social worker. That's my training. Like I have my master's in social work. I did that for a while. Then I started to do stand-up professionally, and then I started having panic attacks on stage, and I started shitting a lot right before I went on stage. So,
God.
so then, like when the panic attack started, I took a break from stand-up. I started doing psychotherapy, and then I went back to stand-up full-time in 2016. And and then the pandemic, and here I am.
Wow. And
So I got tons of shitty stories. Anything you want to know.
I mean,
But jump right in.
Yeah,
Tell us your favorite
jump
one.
in the deep end. Let's start this thing.
The shitty deep end.
Yeah.
So when I was in my 20s, I lived in Brooklyn in Bensonhurst, and I got off the train station, and I have really bad IBS. So when I'm under huge amounts of stress and or I eat greasy food, it doesn't interact well. Like I gotta go right that second. I don't care if I'm on mass transit. I don't care if I'm in a car. I don't care. Like I've gotten off the subway and squatted on the tracks and dumped right there.
You jumped like off the platform onto the tracks?
No, you know the yellow thing? I looked at the back end of the station where you could squat on it. I looked to make sure there were no lights coming, and then I just squat and shit.
Nice.
And so this one time I was in my early 20s, and I got down the stairs, and I walk with a limp. So I have a physical disability. I walk with a limp. I can't really use my left arm. The faster I go, the more retarded I look. So I know that wasn't very PC.
No,
I apologize. Okay. And then I tried to get to my apartment, which was 4 blocks away, 3 to 4 blocks away. So I'm going as fast as I possibly can, and then there's this guy in a walker who gets in front of me. And then I'm like, Jesus. And it was so hard to get around him because it's Brooklyn and there's so many people out. And so I get in front of him, and there are these 2 people in wheelchairs, like these 2 elderly people in wheelchairs. And I'm like, oh my God, you're killing me. And so I make it to the second block, and then there's like this convention of people on crutches. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Shit.
So you're like the most handy capable of everybody walking in that area.
I know. And I call my cousin. I'm like, I just got stuck in the middle of this geriatric parade. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God.
It's like the Special Olympics was on your block.
Oh my God. It was anything they could do to stop me from pooping.
Yeah. They're like, hey, we're going to go a little bit slower now. You're like, oh my God.
Did you make it?
I think I made it to my front door, and then it started to seep out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, come on.
I know that sucks. Let's get to kicking the nuts, because you're like, I was literally going to make it. I was going to make it.
And then you're fumbling with your keys. I'm like, come on. This is why I leave my door unlocked.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how your body just betrays you the second you hit a doorknob when you got to take a shit or put a keyhole. It's like
Pavlov's experience.
Yes.
Yep.
It's awful.
Your asshole totally knows.
Yeah.
My bladder, I pee my pants all the time the minute I get my key in the door. Like literally.
Right.
It sucks.
Because I have the equipment, I use it fully. I will get out of the car and open the car door, and then I've learned to stand there like a triangle facing the wheel. And I'm like, I don't care if people know I'm peeing. At least they can't see my junk.
Yeah. As long as they're not recording it, it's like, who cares if they can see the dribble?
Right.
I keep a Shiwi in my car because of that very reason, except for the last time I used my Shiwi, I didn't cup my vulva very well and pissed all down my leg and in my pants. And so I have been kind of afraid to use my Shiwi. Like, I feel like I need to practice it in a safe place where I maybe also have a diaper on. But like, I
do some Shiwi drills.
wish I had a dick.
You need to do some Shiwi drills.
Yeah.
That so reminds me of a story. Oh my God. So
Please tell.
I had a show in the Lower East Side, and then I had a show in Jersey City, and they were 3 hours apart, and it was the winter. And so I got done with one show, and I'm running across town, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to poop, but I don't feel well. I do not feel well. And I'm like, sorry, my wife just walked in. Honey, I'm telling stories about me shitting online.
She must be real excited about that.
She didn't even turn around. She's like, that's par for the course.
Don't worry, I told them you don't shit ever. So there was a Dwayne Reed on the way, and I went and shamelessly brought the pens. I'm like, I don't care. I do not care. I am not missing the second gig. I'm getting paid. I am going out there. I don't care if I'm wearing a diaper.
And so did you use said diaper?
What?
Did you use the diaper? Did it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. I kept them. You never know.
No, but did you shit in it? You like put the diaper on and...
I think I did. I think I had a little shard.
A little bit came out.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're protected, right?
Right. It's better than a condom, I'll tell you that much.
Wait, did you talk about? Did you tell that story when you were on stage? Actually, when you went to the second spot?
No, I did not feel confident enough to tell them I just put my pants to get here.
Right. I think the crowd would have been appreciative. Like, this guy is like really.
I don't think I had that great a set that night anyway.
It was probably the diapers.
Yeah, the diapers take away some of the edge.
Yeah.
I have like a couple spots in New York because there's no real public bathrooms here that like I know I can pee in. And actually the other day I went to the post office and I was like, okay, I know there's a Rite Aid. And I've told Dave this before that I just like go into the employees' Rite Aid bathroom and I don't give a fuck. I've shit in there. I pissed in there. Like I literally just pretend like I know the place and just beeline straight for the bathroom. And this one time, I'm heading back there and some other ding dong who was a customer walked in front of me back there and an employee stopped him and goes, "Excuse me, sir, you can't go back there." And I'm like, I was feet away from making it and I was like, oh, and I like just like had to curve around and walk out and I was like, damn it, where am I supposed to go?
You should have been like, you should have walked in and been like, yeah, and then shut the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for you, motherfucker.
Just go buy. You should buy like a Rite Aid like name tag or like a shirt, and then just do that.
One.
Like, there's definitely you can find one of those online.
But you got to keep a bunch of them in there. You could order like a Walmart, Popeye,
CVS.
Oh yeah. You're like
Where
Home
am I
Depot.
gonna sit today?
Yeah, right. Office Max.
But I was so pissed. I was like, you son of a bitch. You fucking cock blocked me. Piss blocked me.
Yeah. That blows.
I was at a show with a friend and we were at a restaurant and there was a sign on the door that said bathroom out of order. And I know me. I know it's tons worse if I don't pay attention to my body. He's like, and he's a rule follower. My friend is like, he loves rules. He hates breaking them. He goes, it says it's out of order. I go, that's really just a suggestion.
Did you wind up using said toilet that was out of order? I'm sure you did.
Oh, I did. It was not out of order. They just didn't want people using it.
Ah, nice. That's smart.
And there I went and used it.
You're like, see? I didn't take their suggestion.
I did go out to dinner on Friday too, and I went to this small Italian restaurant, John's on 12th in Manhattan, and it's old school. It's like 100 years old, and their bathrooms are teeny tiny. One little one for the girls and one little one for the boys. And the boys' bathroom has a urinal, but it's such a small stall in there, Dave. If you had to shit in this restaurant, you couldn't fit in the stall. And I just was standing there waiting for the women's, and one of the people who worked there, they were like, "Yeah, the line's kind of long." I was like, "I'm just going to go in the men's room. Is that fine?" And they're like, "Yeah, just lock the door." Thank God I locked the door to the actual bathroom, because I'm 5'8", and with me squatting over this one stall bathroom, my head was literally poking out the door. Like, that's how tiny it was. Yeah. Like, I would have, if somebody was standing in there using the urinal, my head would be like in their asshole. Like, it was just like, this is the small. What's even the point to having the
pay for that
in this partition? It was so crazy.
Yeah, but bathrooms like really small. It was like old establishments. Yeah.
Yeah.
People were apparently smaller back then.
Yeah. People must have been 5'1" trying to take shits back in the day. It's like crazy.
Probably had healthier diets.
It was a midget store. It was a
midget store. Yeah, you're like, wait. It's like one of those like was it optical illusion stores where you just walk in and like all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. Am I in Alice in Wonderland?
We have a king size bed, and we joked for a long time that we would rent out our bed to midgets because we could put them in it.
Like an Airbnb situation.
We would Airbnb our king size bed for midgets.
I would love that. There's I think a bed called the Alaskan King, and it's like three times the size of a regular king.
You could fit the 7 dwarfs in that.
Yeah, plus Snow White.
Yeah.
I would kill for that.
Thank you, Snow White's in a gangbang.
Easy.
They make pornos about that.
And they still got tons of room. Like, no one's legs are falling off that bed. Oh, my God.
Mike, do you have any other stories for us, or do you want us to go into some of our regular questions?
You can do regular questions, but seriously, I got tons of shitty stories. Oh.
Yeah, well, please.
Tell us some more.
Yeah, we always love hearing shitty stories.
Let's see. So I told you about the time I pooped on the subway. This isn't poop, but I got sick once on the subway, and I started putting down newspaper like I was nesting. And then I just like my mouth was salivating, and I just bent over and threw up, and I walked out of the subway, and it was my stop. And I turned to the conductor because I was in that car. I go, someone just had an accident in there, and I walked away.
Ooh, that guy was probably like, great.
Yes.
Now I got to deal with this.
But I nested for him, so all we had to do was take I care.
Yeah, no, look, you had the foresight to do that. That's pretty amazing. I would have just puked.
I've dumped in dumpsters. I've dumped behind dumpsters. I once at a gas station could not find the key, the bathroom, and I had the key, and it was coming, and I saw that there was a truck right outside there, and like as soon as I bent and like shit, the guy's lights went on, and he was looking right at me.
Did he give you
the shittest shame?
Oh. So you shit in the dumpster of his truck?
No, I shit behind the dumpster, and he was just driving a truck and had it was a Mack truck, so he was very high.
There's that guy's definitely seen that before. That was not the first time.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he's probably like, there we go again. Got another one.
What's worse is I've done that a couple of times where I've gone behind dumpsters and done that, and I told you I have a disability, so I have bad balance, and I've actually shit in my underwear or on the back of my pants. It's not funny. Stop laughing, Ellen.
I can't help but to laugh.
I'm so sorry. That's a nightmare right there.
I'm like, come on, I made it. I put all my pants down and everything. Come on.
Oh God.
A friend of mine over the weekend told me her new poop story, but I cannot say the name because it happened in front of a guy that she's now dating. And long story short, she was like on their second date. Everything was at the sexy restaurant and she ran into the bathroom. And I guess she ran in so quickly to shit that but she shit on the floor before she got her pants off. And she didn't, yeah. But she didn't realize that she had shit on the floor. And after she'd wipe and she's like ready to leave the bathroom, she stepped in her own shit.
Oh.
And she was wearing shoes that had like textured bottom. So she was like, oh my God, I have to get these shoes off, the shit off my shoes. So she's like washing them. She thinks she's got it. She's been in the bathroom for like 20 minutes. She's like, this guy's totally going to know that I was taking fucking shit in there. And so everything seems kosher. It seems good. She gets in the limo with him to leave. And he tries to do that. This is why I can't say the name because this guy's got money. They get into
we can stop this and you could tell us the name. And
I'll tell you when we're done recording.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah. I'll put it. I'll tell you when we're done recording. And so they get in and he starts doing the like sexy I'm gonna rub your leg thing, and then he rubs down her leg and takes off the said poop shoe to give her a foot rub. And she said she was having a nervous breakdown, like, oh my God, he's gonna get my shit on his hands while he's trying to rub my feet.
It was very romantic.
That is insane.
Yeah, and then she was like, she rolled down the window. She ate all these mints to blow minty breath into to hope like there's no smell. And she said, while she was telling me the story, I could not fucking stop laughing. And I was like, I'm sorry, I want to feel bad for you, but this is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Wow.
So sorry to laugh at you, Mike, but after almost 4 years of this show, if you tell me a shit story, I'm still gonna laugh hysterically.
You gotta.
They're funny.
There was one time I was walking by this deli in the city, and I walked in and I go, please let me use your bathroom, please. And like sometimes, because I have a disability, sometimes I'll limp a little harder just to make people feel.
Get a sympathy.
Yeah. Like, hey, privilege, I'll take it.
I mean, you got to shit. Exactly.
And so I go in there, and that exact thing happened to me. Like the shit, I pulled down my pants and I shit on the floor.
Oh my God.
And did you step in your own shit?
Yeah. And then I had to, I was in there for a good 45 minutes cleaning up the bathroom.
Oh my God.
People were banging. I'm like, I can't leave this bathroom in this shape.
You're like, this is where I'm going to be buried. This is where I die.
They'll call the poop police on me.
You know, if you left that bathroom like a wreck, they would have been like, see, I'll try to do a nice neighborly thing, let people in my fucking bathroom, and this guy destroys it.
Never let disabled people shit where you eat.
Oh my God. That would have been great if it's in a little footprint, like going out back when you're leaving. Just oh God.
I didn't use a cane that day, but could you imagine if my cane was in shit and then
you slipped into that would
Oh my God, Mike, can we we should do an outing with you where we go to bathrooms that have a handicap stall, and if somebody is in that handicap stall, you should be there like waiting, like pissed off.
Yeah, but we need to rent a wheelchair because we should totally rent a
or like a walker or something. Like if you're gonna lean into your disability, let's really lean into it and shame people for it.
Can we do like really older makeup to make me seem like a crack?
It'll be a whole thing.
This will be a production.
Yes. I think it'd be so funny. And then Dave and I will just shame them and be like, shame on you. There are actually people who need this bathroom.
Do you not see him in the walker?
Have you not seen our 85-year-old grandfather who needs that?
Could you that'd be a good gauge of human kindness as far as some people are gonna be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. So, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's like make a gauge.
I got a hooker out there waiting for me. Come on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just shit in my shoe in here.
I gotta take a dump.
She likes it when I take out my teeth.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That'd be
move.
hilarious. I feel you, Mike. Like, I bleach my hair and I lean into that dumb blonde
that's
thing.
not natural?
No fucking way. And I lean into dumb blonde all the time. It gets me so far. I love it.
I lean into dumb blonde and my hair's like this. It's salt and pepper, so I'm getting a little, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be like, it's a different kind of blonde.
yeah.
Ageism.
You don't know about this? That's the new look.
We can go into some of our regular questions, like, Mike,
Sure.
what kind of toilet paper do you use, and do you put it on the roll over or under?
I don't care as long as it gets the job done.
Does your wife buy the toilet paper?
No, I buy the toilet paper. I don't care if it's over or under, but
Oh.
I hate one ply, so I won't buy Scott's at all. Scott sucks. I like Charmin. I like Cottonelle. I like something that makes my ass feel pretty.
You like a little pampering back there.
Yeah, I do.
A lot of people
I do. Because I go hard, and I want something that goes soft on me.
Well, I was gonna say you're probably really abusing that bathroom, so you need something
I
back
do.
there.
During the height of the pandemic, I tried to say we could only use 2 sheets at a time. That did not go over well with my ass.
Your ass did not get the memo.
No, it did not.
And do you sit or stand to wipe your butt after you poo?
I sit. I'm lazy. Why would I stand? First of all, if you stand, that's a 2-hand job, and this is my other hand. It sits like I'm a waiter or a falconer. So,
Falconer. I love that.
so and if you stand, you got to pull your ass cheeks apart to wipe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
we've had some standers, which is always fascinates me.
Yeah, they whoopie pie themselves. They get skid marks. We try to educate them.
I hate skid marks. Oh,
Yeah, skid marks only belong in the bowl,
right?
and you got to clean that. So
Which I had some big dumps recently with lots of skid marks afterwards. I was like, I thought I was done with this. But no.
I will take a piece of toilet paper if I feel like I'm not wiping well enough. Sorry, honey. I will take a piece of toilet paper and stick it in between my butt cheeks as a barrier to the underwear.
okay, a little protective layer. I like it.
Yeah.
Like Ass Napkin Ed on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like your man pond. Oh my God.
And Mike, what's your first memory of poops or farts as a child?
Oh God, I don't know. Well, so I have a couple of nieces and nephews who are 9, and my daughter's 9, and they still love poop humor, and I never grew out of that stage.
They love you.
What was it? We were in the car once, my nephew and my kid, and one of them had this poop game on their iPad, and I have a fart app on my phone, so one of them was playing the poop game, and I gave the other one the fart app, and they were just making music with the farts.
Keeping it super musical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's talent right there.
right?
They're like,
But you don't have any personal memories of yourself as a child?
No, I don't know. Apparently I love Scooby-Doo. He was my favorite as a kid, my favorite cartoon. Apparently I pooped on my Scooby-Doo doll.
Pooped on your doll?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Scooby was into it. I don't know.
yeah. He's like, do it. Well, wait. When did?
Scat me up.
Yeah. He's like, dump it. When did? When did your IBS manifest? Have you always had that, or did that come in later?
I
younger?
think I've always had it. As a teenager, I remember having this problem.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's got to be the worst. My wife's got a slight twinge of that sometimes, depending on what she eats. Or
There's no slight twinge with IBS.
well, I mean, it's apparently it used to be. As she told me, it used to be worse.
Poor way of describing
Right.
it,
Let me back that one up a little bit. I guess back in the day, it was worse when she was younger. It's not as much as anymore. But
I once went on a job interview and shit my pants on the way to the job interview, and then stopped at. In Union Square, there was a store next to where Whole Foods was. I forget if it was Filing Basement or TJ Maxx or
Filing's Basement.
So I went in and I bought a pair of underwear and a new pair of pants, and I went and had this interview, and I was hired. And I think the shitting the pants was a foreshadowing of what was to come, because it was an awful job.
Oh, right. Your body
was a
new.
shitty job.
It was something. I loved the job, but like my boss turned out to be an addict who fell off the wagon while we were working together. And then she started hating me. And then she told one of my friends, "I'll just give you his job."
Oh my God. Yeah, that's not good. That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Your body just knew.
I feel like you need Shark Kit, who's one of our advertisers. Like, it's a kit, Joe. If you shit your pants, it has everything in it for you. Like, you need to keep that on you.
I think they will have a great sponsor in me. Like, I think if they have merch, I will start selling it on my Instagram page right today.
I'll email introduce you guys.
Yeah, he'd be like, "What? You putting that Shark Kit to the paces?" So they'd probably like, yes.
You're like, "I'd like to get buy 10 get one free because I'm going to use them."
Yeah.
Listen, I have a podcast. If he wants to sponsor it, I will totally.
Yeah.
He'll put you in touch with him. Cool
Yeah,
guy.
we'll totally put you in touch with him. He's told some amazing stories too. So with your IBS, if you do have terrible diarrhea, what do you do to cure it? Besides shitting your pants or behind a dumpster?
It's really it's not so much diarrhea as it's just like really fast, and the Fast and the Furious. It's like a Jackie Chan movie. So, so it's like I just really try to get it all out, and then like I will double up on Imodium. I will keep the Imodium going. I'll just try to do things really, really quickly, or like it's awful.
Yes,
sounds
it
like
is.
a nightmare. I'm so sorry you got to deal with that.
And like I noticed that greasy foods or foods high in fat or like make it so much worse. Like if like baked ziti at a restaurant is so much worse than if I make something at home.
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
Yeah, you're not the only guest who've said that. Like greasy foods will make them shit their pants, and like a lot of people during lockdown, they realize that they are like their guts almost reset because they were at home and eating their own food, and then when they went out to eat food at a restaurant, how like shit just started happening again. So you're not the only one. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
All puns intended.
I mean, greasy foods for me make my stomach like it gets insane. So I'm with you on that.
Crab fried rice is Dave's worst enemy.
That or any
Crab fried rice. What's that? I've never had it.
It's just like fried rice, but with crab instead of like, chicken or something like that. But it's just like I definitely shit my pants eating that, but it was so rich. It was just, I think it's just the richness of it and just so like, it's so intense. It's just like my body's like, we cannot I got to eat that at home. That's like a delivery.
I'm also,
or in a diaper.
Yeah. One of those
I could
two.
also, Depends could also sponsor me, really.
They're like, this is our number one. This guy's like, you'd be like, like LeBron James for like Nike or something. This guy is like bringing in the dollars. Yeah.
And you don't ever get constipated, Mike, do you?
No, it's the opposite problem, really. Like when I've taken too much Imodium, I've been constipated, but it never lasts long. So I'm like, good, this is cool.
You're like, I get a break from my IBS.
Yeah, your body's like, yeah. Just it's like, this is cool for now, but we're gonna get through that Imodium instantly.
It's like that job I was telling you about. I once I was under a lot of pressure at one point. I eventually made it up to acting director at that agency.
Oh wow!
Oh.
So I was under a lot of pressure, and then one day I literally lost my shit, and I called. And we were in Alphabet City, so there was nowhere to go shopping at all.
Oh,
and I called a coworker from the bathroom, and I said, "Hey Donna, would you do me a favor? Could you go buy me a pair of pants?"
What did she say?
She went and she did it.
that's a good coworker friend.
That is.
She's like, yeah.
I would like to say that I'm one of those people who would be there for somebody else, but I would also laugh so hard. Like I would tell everybody about it.
I also dated this woman I worked with, and I wouldn't recommend that ever. Like, never date someone you work with.
Yeah, it's bad news. I have some friends that done that before. It didn't end well.
No.
Yeah, no.
Awkward as hell.
Like there was a pregnancy scare once, and like I've always wanted children, so there was a little part of me that was excited. And then she said, "Would I marry her?" I'm like, absolutely not. Look, I would totally be in this kid's life forever. You would never want for anything, but like, no, we would never get married. We weren't even together when we were sleeping together. Our relationship ended. We just kept having sex.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, yeah.
And what other products, Mike, do you use to help you to poop? Any sprays, matches, stools? You said you didn't do a bidet, but anything besides the Imodium to help plug you up once in a while?
I don't really need help going. I need help stopping.
Yeah, right. You need a plug.
Yeah, but do you do anything so your wife doesn't smell it? Do you?
I sometimes videotape my poops. I like to see what goes on in the back end.
Wait, so you videotape the shit literally coming out of your butthole?
Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday. Yeah. Do you want? I could.
There's a website for that in Europe called Scatbook. You can make some extra money on the side doing.
Yeah.
We're trying to get them for the show. Yeah. You should totally make some. It'll be like an OnlyFans for shit.
You're
so,
like, ka-ching. Yeah, you'd be one of their biggest content providers, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I did not realize my 9-year-old was home.
Whoops.
You're like, don't, we're just joking. Daddy's just playing around. Oh my God,
she's actually my stepdaughter.
Oh,
she's actually my stepdaughter, and she calls me Mike. And her biological father lives in our basement, and we all get along. It's very modern.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is very modern.
I feel like there are there are TV shows made up from storylines like that.
I'm writing one called Brother Husbands.
Oh, Brother
awesome.
Husband. That's so good.
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah. Also, what is the worst bathroom that you've seen out in public? Have you been to one where you walked in and you were like, I can't believe there's shit in here?
I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, did you ever see the movie Train Spotting?
Yes.
That bathroom scene where they walk in and that bathroom, that gross. Like, I've been in bathrooms like that. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, shitting on the floor would be an improvement.
Oh, yeah. It's hard. Your body's kind of like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how to. I'll just hold it in a little bit longer.
So it sounds like you would shit on the floor versus your pants. But if you really had to go and there's no toilet in sight, are you shitting on the floor or your pants?
So this is, I've done this. I've gone in places where there was no toilet paper. I will open up a book from my backpack and rip out paper, wipe a little bit just to get the good junk out, and then stick a piece of paper in between my butt cheeks and go about my day.
That's a great look. You got to do what you got to do. So I'm with you on that. That's pretty awesome.
Well, this is great advice for listeners.
Yeah. I would have never thought to do that, but now I'm like, if I'm in a pinch, I get my book with me, those pages are coming out.
But you just have to do the chapters you've already read, not the ones you're going to read.
Well, sometimes,
A tale of two shitties.
Yeah. If it's an emergency, you're just ripping out whatever. This is not the cover.
This is a library book. Not anymore.
Yeah. I'll pay the fine. Oh my God. We're going to play a little game called Shitty Choices. So today, would you drink a 24-ounce shit milkshake every day for a month, or you lose your sight, taste, touch, and hearing?
Well, whose shit is the milkshake being made from?
I mean, for argument's sake, let's say it's yours.
Okay, then yeah, sure. My shit is sweet.
That's a terrific answer, Mike.
Dave, ask the question one more time.
Oh, sorry. Your choices are drink a 24-ounce shit milkshake every day for 1 month, or you lose your ability to see, taste, touch, or hear.
For your life?
Yes.
For your life. Well, yeah, then without a doubt, it's milkshake. But
it's horrible.
Like I would rather do it like not in shake form, but like just
straight from the tap. Straight from the tap.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Ellen?
Yeah, I'd have to do milkshake because otherwise it just sounds like kill me.
Yeah.
I can't.
I thought about this long and hard.
Helen Keller made it work.
Yeah. I did not have that kind of chutzpah. I'm just going to go with milkshake as well. I figured I could probably put stuff in it, like a protein powder, some milk. I guess, you know what I mean? At least
we can add stuff to it.
Oh, gotta go through. It's so gross. Ooh. All right, so across the board, we're going with milkshake, or in Mike's case, he's going straight from his ass.
Have you? Oh, hell yeah. I don't know how I would make that happen, though. Like, I would have to be super flexible.
Well, you could probably put
like a beer funnel.
or put a net down there, some kind of mesh thing, like. Oh, my God. Okay. Awesome. We'll see how our audience fares with that question. I imagine it's going to be a lot of milkshakes.
Everybody play along on our Instagram at Hey Poopy Podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a whole new meaning to that song right now.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to do a quick little news story and we'll get you out of here. This story, actually, Mike, you might be interested in this. Might be a good little side hustle since you have a lot of activity with your IBS and all. There is a way that you can make up to $180,000 per year by pooping. Now, this is kind of it's kind of a clickbaity type of thing, but this TikToker discovered some enterprising, albeit odoriferous, way to earn that kind of dough. So basically, there's a place called humanmicrobes.org. And you can earn up to $500 per sample of your shit. And they made the math, obviously, if you do that every single day, it comes to like $180,000, something crazy like that. Which I was like, first of all, no one's going to I can't imagine this place is going to be like, look, dude, we'll pay the $500. We're not going to keep doing it every single day. But once you are accepted into the humanmicrobes.org family, yeah, you just keep basically shitting into a little plastic baggie type of thing. You mail it to them and they send you a check for $500 for every single sample.
That is crazy.
Yeah. That's a lot of money for taking a shit.
Real? Yeah.
Apparently it is. Yeah. This is kind of crazy, but it's what they say. It says the stool donor is finally ready to poop to pay. But basically it's just like storing your shit in a plastic bag and then shipping it off in dry ice. And the costs are all prepaid. So basically once you're in, and you're just like sending out your samples. So that's kind of crazy. I would do that.
That is.
That's a great side hustle. I'm taking 2 to 3 shits a day, so that's like $1,500 if
That's
they took that in.
$1,500 a day.
That's pretty good. I got to read a little more into this. I don't know if they're taking like $500 every single time. Like they might be like, okay, we'll do like 1 week, we'll do 500, like maybe every other week type of thing. But who knows? But still, it's a lot of dough from just shitting.
Yeah.
That's kind of incredible. So anyway, with that ridiculous story, Mike, thank you so much for being on our show. And please tell
I
our...
had so much fun.
Yeah, we loved having you. And definitely like any more crazy stories, you can come back on anytime and let us know. And then we got to figure out a way to do that a little bit with the bathroom bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I'm down.
Okay.
Whatever.
That would be fucking hilarious. But please,
That would
please,
be
please
so awesome.
let our audience know where they can find you, where they can contact you, and etc. Let them know.
My link tree is linktree.com/funnymanmike. Funnyman Mike Cotayo on Instagram. Funnyman Mike in several variations. So just look for my picture and you'll find me.
Awesome. And thanks again for being on the show. And hopefully, maybe your IBS over the Christmas holiday break will just give you a little bit of less stress. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes, but if you have any shit your pants stories, please keep
report
it.
that.
I have shitloads of those. I've told you 5. I have 2,000 more.
Well,
Well, if any new ones happen,
we'll
please.
definitely have to have you come back on for a part 2 because I like the stories and as does our audience. So thanks again. And thanks to you listening to this show right now for laughing and learning everything but with us.
And happy pooping, everybody, and enjoy your butthole.
For more info, go to heypoopypodcast.com or email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. You can send in show ideas, guest requests. Check us out on Twitter at heypoopy, Instagram at heypoopypodcast, TikTok, Hey Poopy Podcast, and our awesome new Facebook fan page. Go check it out at Hey Poopy Podcast. We're also on Discord at Hey Poopy Dumps, or you can contact us at our new awesome hotline, 203-998-5579.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect for Entertainment. Produced by Dave and Ellen. Edited by Dave. Executive producer Stormy Leather. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy!